The European Court of Human Rights ruled in favour of a group of elderly Swiss women on Tuesday who had argued that their government's inadequate efforts to combat climate change put them at risk of dying during heatwaves. The verdict, which cannot be appealed, is a potential turning point for climate action. It could compel the Swiss government to take greater action on reducing emissions, like revising Switzerland's 2030 emissions reductions targets to get in line with the Paris Agreement. Anne Mara is the co-president of the group that filed the climate lawsuit.
The ruling today is a historic ruling, and we are really happy to have carried this all the way to the European Court of Human Rights. Our country should do what it has not done until now, meaning to take ambitious measures to protect our health and protect the future for all of us.
Court President Siofra O'Leary said the Swiss government had violated the human right to a private and family life by failing to put in place sufficient domestic policies to tackle climate change.
This included a failure to quantify, through a carbon budget or otherwise, national greenhouse gas emissions limitations.
The Swiss government said it will now analyse the ruling and review the measures Switzerland will take in the future. The European Court's ruling, brought by more than 2,000 elderly women, could have a ripple effect across Europe and beyond, setting a precedent for how courts deal with the rising tide of climate litigation. But in a sign of the complexities of climate litigation, the court rejected two similar climate-related cases. The first, brought by 6 Portuguese youth against 32 European governments, and another by the former mayor of a low-lying French coastal town. Climate activist Greta Thunberg attended the hearing in support of the Portuguese group.
And this is only the beginning of climate litigation. All over the world, more and more people are taking their government to court, holding them responsible for their actions.
The cases before the 17-judge panel in Strasbourg, France, joined a growing trend of communities bringing climate lawsuits against governments with arguments resting on human rights law.